Today's Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint. Keith Oso is live in Indianapolis for the day we have all been waiting for, the national championship. Olivia Roberts is helping you make your game day plans. But first to Mark Peterson with a sunny start to your work week.
And good morning, everybody. And our First Alert Weather and that weather app available to you 24 hours a day. All you have to do is download it. You would see we're going to have mostly sunny conditions. That 24-hour forecast looks absolutely wonderful, but it's going to be crisp and cool again tomorrow. So we look at our forecast for the day. Sunny skies, 54 at lunch, and our high today is going to be 58, 60 downtown.
Breaking news in California, a series of earthquakes rattled the Los Angeles area this morning. The biggest being a magnitude 4.0 quake. It hit near Lenox just 30 minutes after a 3.3 tremor struck the area. Reports of people feeling the larger quake poured into the ABC7 newsroom, but there were no reports of damage or injuries.
First game of the season, the Gonzaga Bulldogs took care of the Kansas Jayhawks. We knew immediately this was a very good basketball team and something special could be on the horizon. Here we are 4 months later, a national championship could be on the horizon. They got the Baylor Bears coming up tonight. That game will tip off just after 6 o'clock. Gonzaga just one win away from perfection and their first ever national championship. We'll get you covered all day long on social media, web, and of course on the air.
Well, no matter where you are watching that game, you're invited to rally together with all of Zag Nation today. Gonzaga is planning another virtual celebration for this afternoon. Now, the Zag Madness Championship virtual experience will include games, chat rooms, menus for local restaurants, and a live virtual DJ. Former players will share their thoughts about today's big game and answer your questions starting at 3. You need to be registered for the event beforehand. You can find a link to do so on KXLY.com. Again, that starts at 3 p.m. Now, if you choose to watch the big game outside your home tonight, you'll want to plan ahead. Here are just a few popular spots hosting game watches tonight. Now, keep in mind, under Washington's COVID safety guidelines, restaurants and bars are still required to be at 50% capacity. And if you're not seated at your table, you'll need to be wearing a mask.
Starting today, people in Idaho who are 16 and older will be eligible to get the COVID vaccine. Governor Brad Little made the announcement 2 weeks ago, and now most of the state is eligible to get the shot. Idahoans are urged to use the state's pre-registration tool to sign up for an appointment. If you need help finding an appointment, we have all that information in one place for you, kxly.com/vaccine. And so far in Idaho, almost 28% have received their first dose of the vaccine, and exactly 18% are fully vaccinated. Here in Washington, more than 32% of residents have now received at least one dose, while 1 in 5 are fully vaccinated. The state ranks 14th in the nation for shots given.
Coeur d'Alene students are back from their spring break and will be going to class 5 days a week again starting today. That means the 1 day of virtual learning on Wednesdays is no more. The decision to go to 5 days a week in person was officially made in February, and since then, COVID cases have continued to dramatically decrease across the board, according to the district website. However, students can expect COVID guidelines to still be in effect, and they'll be required to social distance where they can. When it comes to learning, it's simply one extra day of being face-to-face with a teacher. Coeur d'Alene teachers I spoke with say they're looking forward to having students in person again and believe there's a special value to in-person learning. For all the latest back-to-school updates, see our website, kxly.com.
New this morning, more than 6 million people went through TSA security since Thursday to fly over the Easter holiday weekend. Sunday's 1.5 million airline passengers is 10 times the number that traveled on Easter last year, but still well below 2019 levels. The surge in passengers was significant enough to force Delta to fill middle seats, despite its promise not to do so again until May 1st. While air travel is making a comeback, the CDC is still only recommending it for those who are fully vaccinated. Jurors in the Derek Chauvin trial will return to the courtroom today to hear more testimony from witnesses against the former police officer charged with George Floyd's murder. Last week, jurors heard from 19 people, including several who witnessed Floyd's death and broke down in tears as they described their attempts to intervene on his behalf. Last week's testimony ended with a veteran officer's description of Chauvin's use of force on Floyd as totally unnecessary. Today is the first day you can help choose the new flag for the city of Spokane. More than 400 initial designs have been narrowed down to just 12 now. To vote, all you need is a library card. If you don't have one, you can sign up by finding this story on KXLY.com. We'll be right back after this break with the final check of weather with Mark Peterson. Stick around.